Sears oil filter. When was the last time that Sears had oil filters? This is probably a billion years old. But that's not the exciting part. Two birds at one stone. Told you I'd be back. Back on her. Yeah. Look at, see, same shirt as I left off on the last one. That's because I'm doing them. We're just continuing on because I got to get it done. Welcome back, everyone. Again, hit that like and subscribe if stuff. You don't even know what the video is about and you're going to hit it. We are continuing on with the 63 Chevy here. The old W block. Anyhow, back on her. Last time you guys remember we were having trouble getting oil. Well, we're still getting trouble getting oil. Okay, I'm gonna give it another quick run cycle. Watch for oil shooting out of this side, obviously, and oil shooting out of this front one on this side, obviously. You can tell how everything is like just caked in oil. This one is not. This one is. Oh, now she's pumping. There she goes. So it seems like there's more pumping oil now. So it's coming around, it seems like, but still there's quite a few that aren't. I think our concoction of junk that we put in is doing something. Like every time you run it and let it sit, I think it's breaking stuff up. It's kind of helping stuff clear out. And then we'll drain the oil out and do an oil change. Change the filter, because I think that filter is probably like just junk. We'll change on that filter. And then we'll run it again with fresh oil filter, and see what it says then. Hopefully they all come around, because I don't want to really get into this motor if I don't have to. So yeah, that'll be the next step. Is I'm just gonna run it like I did here a couple more times maybe, and then yeah, we'll do an oil change on it and see what comes out. I mean, the stuff I'm seeing that's pulling up in here is, well, it's obviously super runny. It's like water, but it's pretty dark and grimy, and it should be. I mean, with all that seafoam in there, that should be breaking everything down and then just making it go down into the pan. And also, hopefully, the filter is doing its job. If there's a filter in there, I don't even know if there's a filter in there actually. I never popped that canister open. That could be an issue. Maybe there's no filter in there, or if there is a filter in there, maybe it's 100 years old and it's falling apart, and then it's sending junk through the system. That's a possibility too. Either way, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about rust in the engine bay for quite a while. All right, I'm gonna go do some stuff and let it sit and just simmer and cook. And I'm gonna do that, like I said, a couple more times. We'll see if more come around. If more come around, I'll do it until stuff, and then yeah, we'll do an oil change. I'll be back. The lifters are pumped up. They're doing what they're supposed to. They're spinning and everything, but they're not pumping oil up to the rockers, like through the push rods and to the rockers and stuff. I started it last night just before I went to bed, and I was running it. And I swore I saw oil in almost every rocker except for like 2 of them. But we're gonna see now. It's cold next day. I'm hoping we see something. Come on. Come on, Neil. Oil shot out the other side. You see that? Now that we're gonna have like just everything dripping on us too. That's nice. I don't want to get too far underneath this truck because she is a dripping everywhere. Drain plug is a 7/8 in here. I just got dripping right on the head. Everybody stand back. Everybody stand back. Canister filters are always a nice, clean job changing. They hardly ever drip on you at all. That's sarcasm if you can't tell. Oh. There's filter. Oh yeah, there's a lot of goop in there. All right, first fun filter. Look at, see that pile of stuff right there just came out the bottom? It's actually like greasy kind of. Thick, heavy sludge. Sears oil filter. Exciting part is down in there. Can you guys even see like, oh yeah. Holy cow. Trying to scoop it. It's like genuine sludge. Wow. Just heavy sludgy grease. All right, I'm gonna go to a parts washer and clean this out. All right, this is the only filter that they had. Same height. Yeah, should do. Housing all cleaned out. She's spick and span. I don't think this matters which way this goes. Something like that. Spring is still good. Let's go throw her in. All right. It's all clean enough up in there. That should do. All right, let's fill her up. Start her up. See what we get. This is just plain old heavy duty diesel motor oil. 1540. Sure enough. You guys aren't gonna be able to see that, but perfect. Now we start it up and watch for stuff again. Oh, now we got oil on this one. Kind of coming around. That one back there is just pouring out oil. We got oil in this one. I got oil in this one now. Oil in the very rear one. Oil. Oil on all 4 of those. This one, just this one. This is the only one without oil on this side now. You can probably see it. It's shiny. Now it's got oil. All of them got oil on this side. This side Oil on every single one. Everyone is oiling. I'm gonna throw gaskets in it, throw the valve covers back on, and I think I don't know. I might run down to the car wash, and it's on the verge of fire. And this would be a bad fire. Like, everything is waiting to burn the shop down. All right, I got new corks. I'm not a fan of cork, but it is what it is. These are side Pacific because of the plug wire holders. So this is driver's side. Get this out of the way. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that before. This throttle spring bracket is right there. I had it hooked on the hose clamp before. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through, we're gonna tighten down valve covers on both sides, and you guys know how this goes. Okay, valve covers are on. I'm gonna start it and run it again. I just wanna keep it warm, keep going. I'm gonna try and figure out something with this charging. I'm gonna jiggle some wires, poke around at some stuff, see if we can find what's happening somewhere with something. What do we got going on here? 13.8. Well, it's going down slowly because I just took it off the charger, but this is a wire I added. This goes actually to the fuse box, because I didn't realize this wire was right here, the like factory wire that they got a splice on, and it looks like junk, and we're gonna have to fix that eventually. Fire in your hole! 12.6, 12.3, 12.2, 12.1, no, 12.5. Going down. I'm suspecting this voltage regulator is the culprit here. Well, there's a wire pulled out of it. What happens if I stick that back in? Nothing. These old-time regulators, they have like snap relays in them. Sometimes those snap relays get stuck. If you tap on them, sometimes they'll come around. That's not the case here. I was jiggling around, and this wire right here came right out of there. I think that wire broke off out of that connector on the back of the alternator. That's when I shoved that in. It starts going up. See, obviously when I pull that wire off, it's broke. Voltage going down. Stick that wire back in there. I don't know if it's making a good connection in the back of there. Look. So it starts heading in the other direction. I think we found our culprit there. That bad connection on the back of that alternator. Alternator is not getting warm at all. That tells me too that it's not charging like it should. Here's another telltale. When I shut it off, if the voltage goes up, that means it's not charging at all. Charging, just not enough RPMs. What did it go up to? What is it at? What is it doing? Well, what was it though? When I revved it up, I think it was like 12.7 or something. These connections on the back side here, pretty crusty, and yeah, obviously we got to fix that one. that just comes right out of there. And this one's pretty crusty too, so we just gotta clean some stuff up. One of these wires in that voltage regulator was, this red one was laying out too, and that looks like the original voltage regulator. I wonder how good that is. Should I disconnect the battery? Let's just see how dangerous this gets. This is the voltage regulator. I think original, it's a Delco Remy. It looks a little cookie here. Check what ohm meter across there and see what that says. Stick this on this one terminal here. Stick the other one on this other terminal here. We got something. 0.10. Yeah. We got ohms crossed there. Look this one just to see. 20 ohms. What? 18. Well, there's some kind of connectivity there. Continuity between those. So I don't know. I don't really actually suspect anything wrong with this. I'm just blaming the charging on the connections, because the charger does charge, or alternator does charge. We're just gonna ignore this for now and continue on with cleaning connections. I don't know if it needs to be cleaned up on the blades, the connectors, wire terminals. Alright, so I got, well, this is the wire I had running actually to the fuse box. We're going to use this one for going across here. And, well, this original wire disappears up into this radiator support. So I'm going to take this wire, hack off the junk that they had there, and we're just going to stick on a sacrificial butt connector here. To the original wire and then to the new wire. And I think you guys get an idea what's going on here. We're going to use that old wire to pull the new one through. Stick the new wire in the butt connector. And this is, yeah, a blue connector. This is way too small for this wire, but I wanted it smaller so it can fit through whatever it's got to go through here. So in pulling from the other end here, we'll just feed in a new wire. This new wire is a lot thicker than the old one too. Oh, hung up on something. We'll pull it back and forth until she goes through, hopefully. There we go. And let's keep going until we pull her all the way through. And then I think I'm going to go up to this wire that's integrated into the terminal here instead of a ring terminal on the thing. We're going to strip this one back. We'll have her something like that. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. I love using these. These are the butt connectors that heat shrink, and then they have the glue inside as well. Then they seal up that joint super nice. Give her a little heat out of the heat gun. I don't have a heat gun, so I use a torch. Oh, you can see it shiny and yeah. GoPro focus power. Well, you can kind of see in the blur that shiny. That's the glue getting pushed out of the end of that connector. So we're going to leave a lot here. Leave her just like that. A lot of room on that end. Come over to this end. This is where we pulled it out. There's our sacrificial butt connector. We'll just snip that off. Put a connector on there to go to where we're going here. And a brand new wire. I like the heat shrink with the glue. It just keeps moisture and junk and everything out of the wire off that copper. So this one's gonna go. That's hot. Oh, it's still hot. All right, everything is clean as it's gonna get. Crank Going there for now. And this was like this. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I could find a different deal. Probably one of those washers with the spikes on it. That's funny because I don't know where I'd even have one of those. Nope. Got one. Small enough. Here he is watching. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about, is one of these washers where it's got like those bent up lips all the way around. Well, when you fasten that down, you put the bolt on one side and then the wire, the ringlet or whatever of the wire on the other side. So then all those little tangs on there bite into the bolt and the ring terminal and make a really good connection. Unfortunately, this is like the smallest one I have. That's way too big. Like, well, maybe not. It's got to go through that bolt. She's got some slop in her, but what does it look like on a ring terminal? Yeah, it'd be fine on a ring terminal, but this bolt, it would catch half of it. I don't know if that's good or not. Is that good enough? I'm gonna keep looking a little bit. Clean up this. This is the power lug. Clean up the ring terminal that goes into it. So these plugs, these wires inside of here, usually there's a tang. You gotta find which side and where that tang is. Insert something. Push that tang down and then you can pull the wire out. There's that tang right there. I don't know if you guys can see. On the back side I actually flattened it out, so I gotta pick it up a little bit. So when I shove that back in there, that'll be good. That's the terminal. I'll lift up on this tab a little bit. That's what actually helps make that contact with that pin that's in the alternator. And then this one is okay. Like, this one is usable. We'll just put a good connector on here instead of just wrap together and tape over it. But now this other one, this is the one that was broke off in there. I wonder if I got other ones like this. And I found it again. I got a new terminal, a new little spade connector, and it has that tang on the back. This is like a factory. You can get these. They're available. We're gonna stick that new one on this wire here. So you gotta clean that one up as well. They make an actual special crimp tool for these to like crimp those little tangs around. I don't have that, so we're just gonna use these needle nosers. Then there's the second little crimp here, which actually grips onto the sheathing of the wire. And then we stick that new connector in the back of that terminal. There. And stick that in the alternator. And well, yeah, if you want to make that all nice, you would tape that all up. But I'm not worried about that quite yet. Let's see what that did. See if we got any better results here. Okay, let's start her up, rev her up, see what we get out of her. Key on. Oh, she's gonna need some more squirts. Squirt, squirt. Oh, I didn't do it fast enough. Jumper wire on the field winding or whatever it is, an alternator here, and I'm just jumping that here to 12 volts, and she charges. The alternator's good, connections are all good, voltage regulator might be bad. Man, that motor is running excellent. A looky inside anyhow. See if there isn't something like really blatantly obvious wrong that we can do something to make her twerk again. It was twerking at one time. Man, that looks freaking, that's original? Oh, does that look beautiful? So what goes on in here? We got little contacts and things happen. This whole winding looks kind of dark to me. This other one has green on the wrapping for the copper. I wonder if this got hot. So from this terminal to this one should be an ohm reading. And we're getting open loop. Because that's the two wires that go through this winding right here. Ruined right off of the terminal right there. So like that's that pin terminal, like this is where the wire would go on, that goes right there, right through the right there, and then there's that copper wire that goes up to this winding, and I scraped the copper off right here, like half an inch from where it makes contact with that terminal, and we're getting no ohms right there. So it did break right there, but man, I mean, is it worth it? I think these are like $20 now. Napa seems pretty proud of these things. $100. Internet shows anywhere from like 25 to 70 some dollars for these. Not what I expected. So I just want to see if I can get some solder stuck to that terminal. It's a flux. That's sticking, isn't it? Sure enough is. Might be able to do this. Just a hint of some solder stuck to that terminal. Let's see if we can get that wire in there. That wire's tiny because they have a coating on it, obviously, so when it's wrapped it's not making contact with itself. I think it's pretty clean, and I actually got it stuck down there already. We're gonna get a little bit of solder on the iron here and then hold the wire down and try to just get a big dab on her. You guys aren't gonna be able to see because I can't even see, but like that wire, it's soldered on her now, just a tip. Hopefully that's enough where it'll, I don't know, let's go throw her in and see what happens. Now let's start her up. What are your guesses? Twerks? Doesn't twerk? Everything starts on fire right away. Doesn't work. What a surprise. Way overcharging. Headlights are nice and bright. Oh, that puts it down to a nice voltage. Yeah, I just ride around with the headlights on all the time. Do I ignore it? Charging at idle now, that's good. Should be like 13.8, 14, maybe up to 14 and a half. Shouldn't be in the 15 at all, really. Oh, it hurt me. It's dropping off. It's fixing itself. Maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, wiring isn't getting hot anywhere at all. Yeah, it'll be fine. We're gonna call that good. Okay, fixed. What's next? All right, corrosion resistance again. Yep. 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 There. Corrosion resistance. Okay, let's call everything underneath the hood here good enough for now. The one other thing that I need for driving this, I need taillights. That was one of the other big ones I didn't have with this truck, so let's get after, see what's happening there. All right, so I'm checking over lights, and well, we got obviously marker lights. Anyhow, if I turn on headlights, we got both headlights. Then the markers go off. That's like built in, that's how it is. But then back off, I'm gonna turn the key on. We got left blinker, driver's side in the front, and right blinker, passenger side in the front. All that works like it should. So the front end is A-OK. Yeah? A-OK. There, now should be marker lights. Anything? Nothing. Brake lights. Anything? Nothing. Okay, we get passenger side rear, and we get driver side. So turn signals are good, which means the wire for the brakes should be good. We're underneath the dasher. We've got loose wires underneath carpet, stuff freaking just everywhere. Stuff cut off, stuff hanging here, things up here. I don't know. Plugged in places, unplugged places, things just everywhere. Fuse block here, well, we got all fuses, and tail light slash stop dome light, there ain't no fuse. Wow. Yep, that's pretty, here again, pretty typical of a pickup truck, an old one, because they have trailers on these trucks. And well, the way they wire up trailer lights, it's always jacked up, and then it's constant problems with taillights all the time. Throw a fuse in there eventually, but I noticed this bottom one actually says spotlight. Like this. Okay, so this spotlight was this, it had to have been like a factory deal in. Why else would you have a spot on the factory fuse box for a spotlight? That fuse box is not replaced. Is that a factory spotlight? Tracing the wires back, there's a switch on the dash that goes to the spotlight. So that's wired in too. Like that's factory switch there. This one wire dangling here goes to the spotlight as well. So let me plug that in. Is she doing anything? Nothing. Let's hit the, oh my God. Look at that freaking spotlight. What? Ha! Awesome. Okay, so spotlight works. Somebody was saying that was like an aftermarket add-on. I cannot do it. Being a factory spot on there for spotlight, it literally says spotlight. Why? That has to be some kind of factory. That can't be an aftermarket. Yeah, let me go get a fuse or a 22 shell and stick it in there. Let's see if we get tail lights in. Let's stick this up in here. This is a rusty socket. We're gonna have to clean this up. Ugh. There. You watch the fuse. I'm gonna pull out the light switch. Light switch is out. She ain't glowing and she didn't pop. What are your guesses? Do we got tail lights? 0. Nada. How about brake lights now? We got brake lights? Oh, we got one brake light. This one, no. Let's see what we got. Well, how long are these screws? Holy frick. 10 miles long. Ooh, carefully. A little bit of dust in there. Ooh, oofta. She is rusted right in there. These are the ones you're trying to grip the bulb, and then it breaks in your hand and then cuts you all up. Yep. Now breaks. What happens if I kind of wiggle this? Oh yeah. That bulb, she shot. Fell right out of its socket. All right, now that socket is stuck in there. See if we can collapse it down. Push that brass or copper of that light bulb in on itself so you collapse it, and hopefully you're able to get it to start wiggling. Oh, there we go. Oh, she came out in just chunks. Oh, look at all this glass chunk. That's right though, you saved the housing. Driver's side is still lighting up. Let's see. Dang it, nothing. Where's my ground pad? Which honestly, that makes some sense because this is typically the side that has problems because of trailer lights. Because that side, you can see that one's working, that's like direct route. So people typically don't play with that side when they want trailer lights. They play about in the middle where that wire is crossing over, coming to the passenger side here. I am betting all of our troubles are right around that area. For some reason. Okay, what do we got underneath here? We've got tail lights coming. Oh, there's a plug. Oh, what? That was just on there loose. Was that our whole issue? What's going on here? We got like 14 wires running up to the driver's side here. That's reverse lights. And then we got like 2 wires connected together here. A single wire right there. And then wrapped up like, there's like 3-4 wires in that harness. But this tape is like full of dust and just falling apart. Look, it just fell right off of there. So now you plug that back in, we got driver's side marker light. I didn't have a marker light before. I got just a headlight switch pulled out, 1 click. Driver's side. Then come over to this side. I test this 1 pin now. Look it. So how come what I didn't even really do nothing? Why the lights work on this side, but not the brake lights? I should have a brake light power now, and I don't have that. All right, we gotta see what those extra wires are for going up this side. The main wire harness coming here should be like, oh my gosh, there's tape. Those guys were up in here. That's too many wires. What is going on underneath this tape? So then this whole other harness, what the frick is that for? So we got like this extra harness. Like nothing, not hooked up to anything. Why do they have that in here? It's 3 wires. And it's like that really old school house wiring that has like the fabric wrapped around it. Should I just run all new wiring back here? Just get rid of it. After fiddling around underneath the dash and like basically doing nothing and putting the brakes on coming back here, we got lights and brakes, both wires here. Same thing on the other side. We got brakes and lights at both rear end sides now. That is way too tight. What about this guy? I don't even know what this is. Oh, that doesn't even really begin to go in there. So anyhow, what we're gonna do here, this is my plan right from the beginning. is we're gonna change out these sockets to something else that works somehow. Yep, that's what we're doing here now. Am I gonna forget that if I leave that there? That's a trim for around. Yep, you guys remind me. So this is where we're at with this. You can see how rusted up these sockets are on the outside. There's a brass like sleeve inside of there, and there's rust jacking in between there, and it's making that brass ring too tight. So we got to remove this socket from this housing. And I went and, well, what did I do? I went and harvested a couple of sockets. I don't know what this light is. It's got some LED things or something. I don't know. That's what was in there. Oh, is that bending a matter? Oh, how are we gonna get it on the inside of that lip? That might be an issue. I need like a straight plug-in one. Roll. All right. A little bit more digging. I found these not as sealy. Like they ain't gonna seal out as good. They're gonna be spots, but it might sit tighter in there and be nicer. Make that fit in there. Fold it over a lip inside of here. I think if we and this one just goes right in there and right in there, and the ball will be an exact same spot ish. Use one of your bolts that you cut off. That's fine thread that fits in there, protrudes in there a little bit, and then you take your next size smaller and you screw it on there, and then you got your guide. Yeah, see that? Where's the drill? Do I hold up my hand? Shouldn't be that bad, right? Stab my hand on the back. There. So there's a little tang right there. And a little tang right now. Easy now. Well, yeah, look at that. That's gonna do it. Oh, we're right there. Just upset a little bit towards the inside. And the same for all of them, all the way around. That trailing end is like offset towards this side. You get this in here and you turn it. Yeah, it stops up against like where you just upset those. You don't get a snap though. We almost need like a snap in too. Just a little tang. In the middle there. So hopefully you get that clunk. Oh, look at that. There we go. One socket. It's not waterproof on the back side. Should I just do some like RTV in the corners? It would suck if it filled up with dust and everything. Yeah. Mazel. And just never take it out anyhow. See, I'm gonna use up this Cummins glue, whatever it is. I think I'm gonna use that up on here because it's starting to harden up on the back side here. But there's like, right there it's soft. There's like that much left in here. And then the tip is completely plugged up. So I'm just gonna poke a hole in the side of here. Use it up on these two housings and that'll be it for that glue gun. Aw, all over you guys. This is supposed to be white. Let's go spray. Just want the inside of it so it's like more reflectability, more stuff. This stuff is the runniest damn junk you ever seen. Don't buy value spray. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. That one wasn't. Now we just let those sit overnight. Come back tomorrow morning and install. All right, it's next day. Let's see. Yeah, she's set up pretty nice, snug in there. Where did those original goofy LEDs that were in there go? Yeah, it was these. I'm just curious what these look like. Negative is this one. Right here. And then, okay, there's that. And what's this one? Oh, wait, so that must be lights. Red wire is running lights. Green wire is brake or turn signal. Just to be certain, we're going to flip this around. Put her back in there. I'm going to check them just to make sure that green, yeah, brake, red, running lights. Okay. Hopefully that lens covers or clears that bulb. Look at that. Oh, how that bulb sticks out. Why is that so freaking loose? Is that bulb? Yeah. Why is this one so freaking loose? It's a Sylvania. Dang it. That sucks. Why, holy balls. Now what do? So here's the current situation is, well, I welded little standoffs on the back of the housing. Hopefully that'll bring that socket for the plug far enough back. I measured everything. I put the lens on this time, made sure there's enough distance for that bulb to sit in there and get the lens on the end. Here's this one already. Shot a paint on her. I just finished up this one. It's hot. We're gonna go spray her right now while she's hot. Spray her while she's hot. I don't think I'm going to use that regular glue. I think I'm going to use JB Weld for this because I want that to be a little bit more solid than what that RTV stuff is. Boy, that seems thin. Whatever, that's professional. I don't care what you say. Vertical with it? Yeah. So we're just about there. I can lay that socket down there. Oh yeah. There goes. And then can the guy just stick some of this down in the edge here without getting it right in the actual socket. That's what we're looking at down in there. I know the contacts are a little bit green. Don't worry about that. That'll be okay. We'll let that set. Come back, see what's going on. 15 minutes, right? Yep, that's what it says. I did run new wires because those other ones, well, I was trying to peel them apart and get them something so I can work with something, and they just started like cracking and falling apart. So I got a black for ground, red is brakes and turn signal, blue is lights. Black, I think, what was it? Green was the, red was, black was, I think green was the blinker and turn signal on these, right? That's what it's gonna be. The old light's grounded to the housing. I'm gonna run this ground all the way back to the frame. We're gonna do a common ground somewhere for like all these. And in these housings, I did notice there's like drain holes towards the bottom. Did I just mess up? Dang it. How do I get that? Well, for Pete's sake, I'm gonna have to pull this wire completely out now. Luckily, I didn't do the other side and stuff yet. Okay. That just sucks a lot is all. Pull all that out and then feed it through this grommet. Grommet, housing, trim. Whatever the frick that is. And then we try to get this back down in there. Now we got don't forget the trim ring this time. Goes to the red. Nice and snug in there. All right, I got my, well, two of my grounds right here so far. This is for the taillight on each side, both of them. And there just happens to be a hole in the frame right here in the bottom. I think that's gonna be our ground point. I just gotta clean her up a little. First, we're gonna just coat around where this hole is with grease. Then I got a stainless bolt. We're gonna go just straight down with that. And then we're gonna do a lock washer and then a nut. All stainless. I'm just gonna tighten this up tight against the frame. Now we just have like a grounding stud here. So I'm gonna stick an eyelet on this wire and we're gonna stick it on there, and then we stick a second nut on the top to tighten it up. And that's just gonna be a stud. So we never pull the bolt out of the frame. It's just a stud. If we need another ground, we loosen up this nut, put another eyelet on and tighten her back up. I ended up doing a separate eyelet for every wire. You stick a couple of wires or 3 wires or more into one eyelet with this heat shrink and they don't seal up perfectly. And well, the name of the game here with all this stuff is we're trying to keep moisture out of the wire itself. So I went with individual eyelets on all of mine here. I got 3 of them right now. One for each taillight, and I actually got one going to a license plate light. We'll see if that works. Okay, we should have taillights now, right? Finally. Boy, that got way more involved than I was thinking that was gonna be. All right, so first one. Tail lights. Do we got tail lights? Just running lights. Oh my gosh. This would be passenger side blinker. Passenger side blinker is doing the blinky things. Can you guys see over here to driver's side? I don't know. Driver's side. Driver's side blinky. Hells yeah. Driver's side blinky. Now, the big one. The one we all been waiting for. Brake lights. Brake lights! Is there brakey lights? Are they braking? Oh my gosh. We got the brake lights. Bright light. Sweet. We got them all. We got the lights. Screws are like 4 miles long. Plastic is old and brittle. So just, fries are done. Just that they're snugged up. Yeah, reverse lights are definitely gonna be another day. I'm trying to do everything this time around. We just want to make it mostly road legal. Oh, I want to see what the light's on now. What does that look like when it's all clean and red and with white background? Whoo! That is sweet. Oh yeah. That looks nice. I gotta turn on the blinker again. I want to see how bright that is. That is a nice tail light. We've got running gear lights, blinkers, and brake lights. All the main B's. I gotta clean up a huge mess here now. Tools, wires, things everywhere. All right, one of the last things is interior for now. Like I said, I mean, this is just like trying to get some stuff done before winter. There'll be more stuff on this later on, but we're just trying to get the main things. I'd like to make it like drivable so I can actually like take it out and just drive it a little bit. And then we can work on other things as they need stuff and we come across things and whatnot. Interior, well, I tore apart or pulled out the glove box and stuff like that. I was chasing the wiring, just trying to figure out stuff, like where stuff was going, what extra stuff was, and what was broken. And that's part of why I had, well, she's kind of jammed in there. That's a tight fit. That sleeve, it's aluminum. Big chunk of aluminum for the glove box behind there. So I'm gonna push this back. We're done with everything in here. The wiring and everything seems to work in here. I got the heater control things to do yet. That's another day, another job. But I'd like to get this put back in, get that glove door on, and figure out some stuff. Is that a thermostat gasket? Sure enough. Dang it. And then there's actually a glove block. Whoo! There's actually a glove box light. This why. Make this light light up. Yep. Isn't that awesome? I don't think this ain't gonna be, nope, no fun. Not fun at all. There's these, all are threaded rods. They go in somewhere. Oh, they're going way up there. Oh, I see. I got a feeling this is gonna suck some balls. I gotta get this one in first, though, because that one's harder to get in than this one. Get it. There. Oh yeah. What a weird design. I guess once we find where the bottom of the glove box sits, so we got in and out adjustment, and then now up and down adjustment, so we can get that just perfect in there where it would sit. Like right there. And then that's when we would tighten everything down, I guess. Alright, well, there. Oh, that's too much. Too much. I'll put this side. Okay, that'll do. Glove box light. Yep, goes off. Glove box light. Glove box light. That is fancy. I have waited for this day When did I order this? Huh. I think I ordered this in August. Not realizing the delivery date was September. And it first showed up yesterday. 4 months. I've been waiting for this. Finally got a gas tank. Sending unit. So how does this go in? Does it only go one way? No, you could literally stick this thing in any direction. Okay. So get that in there. Twist. Shake. Twist. And in. Oh, purdies. It's purdy. How do you get that filler neck in? Do you do that when you're putting the tank in, or do you put it on or in? There's a ground wire? Oh boy. Sorry about the blinding light. Just ignore it. Hold your hand up. Probably should get a can of Jack Daniels out of there too. Don't know how that ended up in there. That's weird. So, there's a little chunk of rubber for underneath the strap on this side. That one's gone. Can you use topper tape in there? Here's the filler neck. Do you put that on the tank and it goes like up in there? Or do you install the tank and then take this and feed it down in there? I feel like you gotta get this on the tank and then it gets stuck up in there. Let's stick that on your side. You guys take care of that. I'll give you the tank. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a good time, I can tell. You'll never get to that hose once that's... So she definitely has to go on the tank first. Dang it. And man, that felt like it was gonna be tight going through here. We're gonna have to lube that up for sure. I'm just gonna go over there for now. Good old chain. You guys like watching me lube up my shaft? What are you guys watching? These straps need to be like up. I gotta tip it up to get this filler neck underneath here. Hopefully come out this hole. Good times. Sure hope this is how you do it, because this is a bunch of crap if it's not. Feels good. Is it lined up? Is it doing it? Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's going through. I feel like I got it twisted wrong or something though. Yep, right there. See this topper tape? Oh, that's sweet. Sweet! Oops, oh, carefully. Just trying to get a little bit of a tweak out of it, not bend in half. I forgot you can hear it when you're going around corners and stuff. You can hear gas sloshing around behind you. That'll work. We have an M&F for gas tank. Yeah, throw the seat back in. Okay. Now, before we throw the gas tank in, I want to see. I want to see what happens here. I want to know if there's going to be leaks, if there's problems. Why is it every time you start putting gas in something you gotta piss? Then you're just standing there thinking about it, listening to the waterfall. There we go. 6 gallons. Let's see if that gas gauge moved at all. Turn the key on, everybody watch. Key's on. The battery hooked up? Yeah. Huh. That kind of sucks. Maybe there's just not enough gas in it to make the gas gauge move. Maybe she shows dead empty at 6 gallons. Frickin' dome light works. What? Awesome. I'm not gonna run it tonight because, well, it's like the frickin' Amazon outside. Just water everywhere and it just keeps raining. And I don't want to open the door because then machines, lathes, mills, stuff just get covered in moisture. It's terrible for them. We'll run it tomorrow or the day after. See if it draws fuel out of that gas tank. It should. I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't. It's just a pipe and a tank. I can still get that seat in though. Let's throw that in though. I don't see no leaks or anything to play with yet, so. I mean, it's gotta weigh 100 pounds. What is it hanging up over by you guys? I think we're in. That's what these bolts are for. I'm gonna put one in. Which one? This one? And then we'll throw one in on the other side. That'll be good for now. Sorry, you guys are in the way too. Hard to show. Shifter feels a lot nicer after lubing up those linkages down below. See, everything just wants a little bit of lube. All right, interior is, well, pretty much in. I did do just a quick vacuum across the floor. Got it cleaned up, cleaned out. That is done and ready to go. I'm gonna look for a cover for the seat. The seat I think is fine. This is actually an aftermarket cover already. It's a pretty nice one. Like I said, it goes around and wraps around, and there's hog ties on the back. So it's a nice cover, but I'm gonna look for another new one, some kind, for this, and we'll throw that in so there's a better seat in it. But otherwise, yeah, that's gonna be That's gonna be how she's gonna roll for now. So get a load of this one. And we got frickin' wipers. I'll be stuffed. We got a genuine driver here. Looby dooby. Looby. Get those hinges good. Work it in there. Oh, she likes it. That gap is huge. I can stick my finger in there. Well, we're gonna have to do some work on hinges someday. Oh, for sure. Oh. Nice and make sure you gotta get something in there. I mean, on camera it looks on camera it looks like you get in there, but look, you can't even get your finger in to grease that one. Dang it! Oh well. What do we got here? Come pouring out, shooting out. I don't remember. I thought it was like just barely wet. Oh no! Oh. Well, gotta add some, I suppose. What do you put in there? 80, 90? What are you feeling, Lance? 30 weight, 50 weight. All right, 80, 90, but if we need more, I'll put some 30 weight in or something. That was, yeah, half a quart-ish, give or take. That's good. You don't have to crank on those plugs, guys. Just till they're snug. Yep. And then I stuck my finger in. I had a wet finger. Since I'm here and since I'm holding it, I might as well just finish off this jug though. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. That drain for the block. That's nice. They don't do stuff like that nowadays anymore. One on this side too, you can drain both sides. That's just like a marine block. Oh, there's a drip of antifreeze on there. Yeah, everything looks nice except for like where there's rust. That's weird, but whatever. Pretty nice truck anyhow overall. Somewhere in between there. Couple of gas pumps. Couple more gas pumps. Couple more gas pumps. He's a little cold-blooded. Good oil pressure. No gas. Gas went up like 14 cents overnight. Weird. All right, I put another 6 gallons of premium in. Pure gas, no ethanol. So we should have 12 gallons in there now. And nothing on the gauge. Didn't move a speck. That road's still closed down there. I think it is. Yup. That road has been closed all summer long. Gasket all messed up. Just sulkered down everything. They're all. Oh, man. Oh, no way. Better hurry. Well, we hope it starts. Oh, seat's a little bit wet. She isn't 100% waterproof. Okay. She didn't start. Right up like nothing. Windshield wipers work, but they're junk. So they don't sell refills for blades anymore.
Sorry to bother you, sir.
Yeah.
Can you settle a bet for us? What year is this thing?
What do you have?
I'm not in on it actually.
No.
So what year is this thing?
63.
63.
Yeah.
No one had that. Everyone was thinking it was either 60 or 65.
Oh.
Thank you.
Close.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. So you pull the old rubber out. And you find the cheapest wiper that you can. Pull the rubber out. Just give me the rubber. And then you take that rubber and you stick it in your old metal sheaves here. Put it in your wiper as you're going here. There we go. Brand new wiper on an old blade. I'm just gonna put this one on here because that took way longer than I thought it was going to. Okay, continue on. Yeah, the moisture distributor cap finally like doing stuff. I think this is where we're gonna wrap it up for this one, for this week. Should be a running, driving, usable truck now. Gas tank is in. That's a big one. Hopefully a gas gauge works. I'm just hoping that once I fill it up, like put more than a half a tank or so in, that it'll show something. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. We'll do more videos down the line of it. But for now, I'm able to drive it and kind of use it, tool around just a little bit and find stuff that's wrong and write it down and get parts list and see what we're gonna do. Yeah, all the fluids are in. It's pumping oil. Back windows in. The cab is pretty well sealed up. The side window seals would be the only other thing I might tinker with. I like windows that roll up and down and keep weather out. I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like and subscribe down there on the bottom somewhere. Come back and see more things like this. Otherwise, YouTube won't let you know. Maybe you don't want to know. Some of those videos are just, it blows me away. Like thousands of people watch the videos. It's crazy to me. That's pretty neat though. Let me know stuff. Go down in those comments and tell me like things I did wrong, things I should look for in a truck, things I'm doing wrong in a video, things you're like upset about or happy about. Just comment, say something. It's interesting. I appreciate the comments. I read them, everyone, because there's only like 3 usually. Oh yeah. Who goes there? There's definitely a short wire to her a little bit. Come back and see the next video. You never know what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be this for the next one. I tell you that.